Rome, the capital of Italy, with all its sites from the time of Roman Empire. Today, I take you through the most efficient and fun way of visiting the city of Rome. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey. We will show you how to spend 2 memorable days in this beautiful city. To show us support, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. We start at Vatican City and St. Peter's Basilica. In the morning, you will leave Rome to visit Vatican City. You can also take the subway and get off at Ottaviano. In Vatican City, be sure to visit St. Peter's Basilica, the world's second largest Catholic structure. The large adjacent square is also very impressive to see, especially when the Pope is there, and it is packed with people. When the Pope is not there, you can also see St. Peter's inside. Want to climb the dome? Then book a ticket in advance to avoid the long queue. In addition to St. Peter's, a visit to the Vatican Museum is also well worthwhile when in Vatican City. We recommend booking a guide or headset with spoken explanations included. Also, be sure not to miss the impressive Sistine Chapel during your visit. From St. Peter's, you walk to Castel Sant'Angelo, or the Castle of the Angels. This castle is best known for the final scene from the book and film Angels and Demons. Especially beautiful is the accompanying bridge, Pont Sant'Angelo. 10 angels can be seen on either side, watching over visitors. Walk across this bridge to the other side of the Castle of Angels and take the stairs down. You will come out on a walkway along the water, where there is hardly anyone else. From here, you have a very nice view of the Angel Castle and the Angel Bridge. You can also see the dome of St. Peter's under the bridge. It is also possible to see the Angel Castle from the inside. For this, it is recommended to book tickets in advance. Walk along the water until you arrive at Palazzo di Giustizia. This beautiful building serves as one of Rome's most important courts. At Palazzo di Giustizia, go back up the stairs and walk across the bridge for a nice view of the Pont Sant'Angelo and St. Peter's. Walk back across the bridge and stroll into the cozy center of Rome, full of small alleys with nice eateries. For example, get fresh pasta at Pasta Imperiale or La Bottega. The pasta at both places is super tasty and not expensive at all. Highly recommended. Still in the mood for dessert? Near Piazza Navona, you will find Frigidarium. This is one of my favorite ice cream parlors in Rome. Here, they make the most special ice cream flavors themselves. You can read more about this ice cream parlor in our article on cheap and delicious food in Rome. Next, walk to the Pantheon. This is one of the best preserved monuments from Roman times. In its long history, the Pantheon has had numerous functions, but today it serves mainly as a church. When there is no Mass, the Pantheon is open to the public for free. The special feature of this building is the dome with a large hole in the middle. This is also called the Eye. The sun shines beautifully inside because of this, but rain and snow also enter the building in this way. Near the Pantheon, you will find Piazza della Minerva, a small square with a large church. In the square stands Bernini's Little Elephant, topped by an ancient Egyptian obelisk. From Piazza della Minerva, walk onto the Church of Sant'Ignazio. You can enter here for free. The ceiling in particular is really worth seeing, not only because of the beautiful paintings, but also because of the mock dome. Because of the ingenious painting, it looks like there really is a dome in the church, while in reality the ceiling is just flat. Very impressive to see. Walk from Sant'Ignazio to the Via del Corso. This is Rome's largest and most famous shopping street. About halfway down Via del Corso, you will find Piazza Colonna, on which stands the column of Marcus Aurelius. This 30-meter high column depicts a story in spiral form with much detail. The remarkable thing is that this column was already erected here in the 2nd century. Walk a little further across Via del Corso and turn right towards the Spanish Steps. Until a few years ago, you were allowed to sit down on the steps, but since recent renovations, this has been prohibited. The square in front of the steps does have some benches where you can rest for a while. At the top of the steps, you will also find a large church, the Trinità dei Monti. From the Spanish Steps, you can walk in 5 minutes to Pane e Salame, a small but immensely fun and cozy establishment. Here, they have large shelves full of delicious Italian ham, cheese, salami, and sandwiches with all kinds of tasty spreads. Everything is of excellent quality and also very affordable. Prices for a filled plank start at €5 per person. You can also eat delicious sandwiches here. After eating, walk to the Trevi Fountain, which is practically around the corner. This is truly a figurehead of Rome, and in the evening, the fountain is beautifully lit. Legend has it that if you toss a coin with your left hand over your right shoulder, you will one day return to Rome with a loved one. So, you see hordes of people throwing money into the fountain here. Every night the fountain is emptied, and the total amount goes to charity. Then, after a good sleep, we are going to explore Rome a second day. In the morning, you will visit the most famous structure in all of Rome, the Colosseum. This imposing structure breathes history. If you also want to see the Colosseum from the inside, it is advisable to order tickets in advance, so you do not have to stand in the long line at the ticket office. Also, be sure to check out the nearby Arco di Constantino. Want your picture taken with the Colosseum without a whole bunch of other tourists? Then cross the road and walk up the somewhat hidden stairs. You will arrive at a small park where it is nice and quiet and where you will have a perfect view of the Colosseum. Next, walk to the nearby Forum Romanum. This area was the beating heart of the wealthy city of Rome in ancient times. Quite a bit has been preserved, and with some imagination, you can see what a magnificent piece this must have been. I recommend you also climb the hill to Il Pantino. From this 40-meter high hill, you have a great view of the Roman Forum. Want to walk through the vast ruins of the Roman Forum on your own? Then book tickets in advance and see highlights such as the Temple of Vesta, the Temple of Caesar, and the Curia Julia up close. Next, walk on to Il Campidoglio. This hill, like the Palatino, is part of Rome's 7 hills. In the large square, you will find the Senator's Palace and several beautiful statues. After a morning of history, another Roman specialty is on the agenda: authentic Italian pizza. Near the Colosseum and the Roman Forum, unfortunately, you will find mostly expensive touristy restaurants. But fortunately, you can also find some good pizzerias. I highly recommend Sapori e Delizie and Li Rioni. After lunch, walk on to the monument of Victor Emmanuel, in Piazza Venezia, popularly referred to as the sugar cake, the wedding cake, or the typewriter. This colossal building is also known as the sugar cake. The monument was built in 1895 as a tribute to the first king of a united Italy. Today, the building serves as a museum of the unification of Italy. When you visit the museum, you also have access to the top of this building, from where you have a great view of Piazza Venezia and the rest of Rome. Cross the square and walk up Via del Corso. This is the same main road as yesterday, full of all kinds of stores. If you didn't feel like or have time to shop yesterday, you can do so today. You can also stop by the Trevi Fountain to see it in daylight today. Once you have walked all the way down Via del Corso, you will arrive at Piazza del Popolo, or People's Square. You will find two almost identical church buildings here. On the other side of the square is the church Santa Maria del Popolo. On this side of the square is also the old city wall. From Piazza del Popolo, you can climb the steps to Piazza Napoleone. From here, you have a great view of the square and the rest of the Rome. At the top of the stairs, there is almost always a busker playing upbeat Italian music, giving you an instant vacation feeling. From here, you can walk right into Villa Borghese, Rome's largest public park. Villa Borghese is also known as a museum park because of the famous Galleria Borghese Museum located in this park. Here you will find several masterpieces from the Renaissance. In the park itself, besides this museum, you will also find many fountains, villas, temples, statues, and a large lake. It is beautifully green, and it is great to rest under the shade of the large trees on a hot summer day. Spend the evening in Trastevere. In this district, you will find lots of nice restaurants. A must is Freni e Frizioni, a cozy bar where you can go from 7 p.m. for the aperitivo. When you order a drink here, you can use the buffet full of delicious Italian specialties for free. That was today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was informational and enjoyable. Let us know down in the comments which sites did we miss on this exciting Italian journey. Or if you have any suggestions on other places we should visit in Rome. If you liked the video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel to show us support.